You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of nerds. Nerds!
Welcome back to Nerds Podcast, and we both just finished Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, the finale, Southern Cross. I'm Puba, and the rock star next to me is Pete. Pete, happy Cinco de Mayo, Revenge of the 5th, whichever side you fall on. How do you feel about this finale and the overall season?
And I'll say this because we were accused of being bootlickers by saying this was a good season. This was a good season of Daredevil, and we compared it to season 1 of Born Again, which we did agree that it was somewhat of a patchwork season, being that there was a lot of reshoots, and if the audience can tell there's reshoots, then that means it's pretty bad. Even though, again, it's enjoyable because this is something that we enjoy. We enjoy seeing comic book characters live on screen, on streaming, whatever it is. We're here for it. But it was subpar compared to season 2, which they were able to plan for. They already had everything established as far as what characters they had. Viewership was down for season 2, but I did enjoy the season overall. But as going back to that comment, look, we're not going to sit here. We're not experts. We're just two dudes having conversations about these things. We're not experts, number one. Number two, we're not going to just sit here and say we like something just for the hell of it.
No.
We say listen, Puba likes the Suicide Squad movie. I think it's garbage. I think it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I love it, guys. I love it.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen. We're not just going to say things. We're not going to say we like things just for the hell of it. Anyway,
look at my review of Ironheart. All right, bro, that was trash. My God.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I didn't like it.
Yeah, there you go. Let's not go down this path.
Yeah, exactly. But I wanted to address that because I thought that was just it's doesn't make any sense to just say something like that and then run out of the room, which is what happened. But anyway, regardless of that, I felt this season was entertaining. Was it the best? I can't say that it was the best thing I've ever watched, but was it good? Yes, I think it was. They did a phenomenal job with the finale. I think the finale was good. They're setting up season 3, which they're filming right now. So we'll be seeing that next year, which is good. We get Invincible every year, and we're getting Daredevil Born Again every year. We got it last year, this year, and then next year. So we're eating pretty good with these series. But Daredevil Born Again season 2, I give it a thumbs up, man. Not bad.
I loved it, Pete. I loved every minute of this finale. I think it's bigger than that. I think it sets up Spider-Man. The way this finale kind of went down, and we can go down that rabbit hole if we want to. But let's get into some of the things that kind of sparked out of this finale. We didn't get, again, White Tiger's family to heal Matt's bullet wound. It was Jessica Jones. That was crazy to see. I didn't expect that at all. To see her in that moment, healing, patching him up. So maybe she didn't carry him because she said she wasn't going to carry him, right, Pete? But maybe she healed him up.
Love her.
Listen, Pete, did you see Kingpin's face when Buck had to tell him, nah, we didn't wrap that up? Like, I feared for Buck just a little bit there, didn't you?
No, Buck is good. Buck is the loyal. He's the road dog. But I gotta say, and I've constantly sang this man's praises. D'Onofrio is a freaking chameleon. You see what he looks like now? Like, you see what he looks like regularly? He looks nothing like
a bearded man in the woods.
He looks nothing like it. Like it's I'm super impressed with this man. Like, phenomenal job portraying Kingpin, and I know the show is Daredevil, but he's my favorite of the show, man. Absolutely love him. Sucks that we won't see him in a Spider-Man movie, and he's kind of lobbied for that. but obviously he doesn't make those decisions, which sucks. But going back to what you said about this leading into Spider-Man, apparently what's coming next and next week, actually, Punisher. Apparently that leads into Spider-Man, from what I'm hearing. So,
wow, folks, watch our review of that next week. Absolutely fire. That's gonna come out. But yeah, Matt had to face Heather in the courtroom, Pete, and I was salving at the mouth just to kind of hopefully that he kind of put the down. But there was a lot of tension there. Do you agree? Do you not disagree with that?
no, I do. I'm looking at her when she's watching him, talk, and they show her reaction, and I'm just I started laughing because it's like she's watching him. She just slapped his girl the night before, and when she
She's
was
a
in,
liar.
she's a liar.
She's a liar. She's a liar.
Lied under oath.
I'm sorry, Pete. I apologize.
Nah, she lied under oath.
She did. She did. I did laugh at one part, Pete, when they were asking kind of Matt, like, why were you late? Like, what happened? He goes, nothing. I just got shot in the leg. like, come on, guys, give me a break here, right? But there's a lot of shade going back and forth with the Heather thing, and I was loving it. Go, Matt. Heather. But Pete, I gotta mention it again. I know we're talking about life imitating art, but was there like a fake assassination attempt thing there that happened during this? What was that about?
No, that was supposed to be, from what I understand, from what I saw, it was supposed to be, that was directed for Murdoch. That wasn't supposed to be for Fisk.
Okay. All right. Look at me. I'm starting conspiracy theories.
Well, I was bugging out. I'm like, yo, why are they just standing there next to Bullseye? Like, they're just letting him rock right there, and then it was an imposter.
That's kind of reversal. Remember the first time Matt had to see Bullseye in his outfit?
Yeah.
He did say something like poser, like something like that.
Yeah, he did.
Put a knife right through his the Bullseye. Again, Bullseye definitely won the show, but let's stay on Bullseye for a second, Pete. Pete, you called it. I think you really, really called it. Bullseye Thunderbolts. Does that seem a reality now?
I hope so. Again, like I said, I'm always reading a lot of comments online. What the hell is going on with Moon Knight? Like, where are these characters that they've set up? They gave Moon Knight a full series, and we haven't heard a thing from him. Like, don't do this to Bullseye. Bullseye seems like he's a fan favorite right now, and he's super badass, man. It's very similar to what we've seen from Maul in that finale. That as I described, it was aura farming when they hook them up with a scene that just makes them look badass. As far as the same way with Maul taking down, what you call them, the Chicken Walker.
Yeah, the Chicken Walkers.
When he took him down, when he took him down with the lightsaber and caught it behind his back without looking. That's they gave them some shine, and they did the same thing with Bullseye. I hope we see him again. If they and not just in Daredevil. Look, you have the rights. Go nuts, man. Thunderbolts is right
on
there.
Val's team now. He took someone's position, but he's on Val's team now. So he's Thunderbolts. Has to be, right? Like,
let's hope so.
All right. Pro Bullseye for the Thunderbolts on this channel. Pete, the banter between Fisk and Matt Murdock during the court case, I don't think I could ever do it justice in mimicking both of those words. It is up there with me, for me, in the sense of the carnage that Invincible and what's his name, Conquest had, even up to the part where he was whispering, knowing that Matt was the only one that could hear it. I love those two together, fighting, hand-to-hand combat, words. It is so comic book accurate in the sense of reading the page next to the next page. But tell me what you thought about that whole situation there between them in the courthouse. Like, do you really want to do this? Like, yeah, I want to do this. That was crazy to me.
No, that was cool. And again, I knew it. I was like, okay, he's gonna do an Iron Man and say I am Daredevil, and he did it, which I kind of knew it was. I had a feeling it was going that way. But what's funny is the the prosecutor had to say, look, it's Karen Page is on trial here, because they were just going back and forth, and they kind of lost track of what we were there for. We're here for her, not for you guys. But they were going at it. They were butting heads because they each have an axe to grind. And like he said, you really want to do this here. And it was definitely, again, season finale. This is a good one.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. Even up to the ending here, right, Pete, where we have the governor coming in into the courtroom as well. The governor approaches Kingpin, is asking for him to stand down, and he just won't do it. Bro, but when he called out Jessica Jones, there must have been some history there that we haven't. I mean, we know in the comic books, yes, but we haven't seen anything between those two, Pete. Have we? Did I miss something?
That seems like the first interaction I think they've had. So I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, so everything's kind of locked down, Pete. My favorite thing, I saw Jessica Jones drinking again. Gotta give her a shout out whenever she takes a swig. The city is turning red. Fisk puts out a statement. BB puts out a statement and shows her face. She has to be the next in line to die at this point next season, right? Like, she is numero uno target at this point, right?
Well, not necessarily. I wouldn't say not necessarily, because everybody's turned on Fisk. His personal task force is behind bars now, so I don't think so. I don't think it's a question of, yeah, she should watch her back like that. I don't see it like that.
Okay, all right. Well, long live BB, I guess, for season 2. We'll see how that ends up. Even though I wish Daniel was still alive instead of her. That's just me. That's just my take on the situation. But Jessica gives Matt a gift, the suit within the building. He suits up. She's ready to rock. And then we get one of the craziest and bloodiest things that I've seen for Fisk. But there's a back and forth, of course, going back to the first season of Daredevil hallway fights, Pete. And the back and forth was crazy. It was, I've never seen anything like that from a mayor, or I can't recall the last time bloody I see something like that. What thoughts did you have watching that scene?
He went full Omni-Man against the Guardians of the Globe. I was like, wow, he's just, and then, again, it's just like, yo, you see him just tossing people like ragdolls. You know what? I'm a fullback. He's punching people into the wall. He folded this dude on the corner of the wall. Like, yo, stop attacking this dude. But yeah, it reminded me of Omni-Man just going in. And
yes,
I think everything
that is the closest thing that I can see that wow, great analogy. And this all felt like a kind of January 6th moment for a while. I cannot not say that there was a moment that felt like that, kind of like reverse January 6th, I guess, when things started going kind of crazy. But Pete, we also get a white tiger sighting. She's there. She's chopping it up with them with the teammates. Shout out to Puerto Rico and White Tiger, Pete. What did you think of her showing her skill set during this moment?
Well, she's been dying to do it, so she finally got her shot.
And Karen does her part as well. Everyone's teaming up. Everything looks fantastic. And then we got to kind of get this moment, Pete, for Kingpin. It felt like Al Pacino, like, say hello to my little friend, with the stairs to the right and to the left, him in a white suit. But it was also beautiful at the moment to see how much the city turned against Fisk at the same time. What are your thoughts on Fisk finally giving himself up to Daredevil and the moments leading up to that?
Well, he's defeated, and I think it just came to a head. And for look, Jessica, they finally did overwhelm him, and Jessica and Daredevil were the ones who saved him. Because they were, who knows what would have happened? Maybe he's able to survive the beating he's getting because we've seen his strength. We've seen, what he's capable of. Maybe he survives it, but they did get everybody off of him where they were able to, talk about that deal that he needed to take from the attorney general, and he did. Sounds like he agreed to it.
It was beautiful at the end because it was kind of Foggy's words to Kingpin about Grace. What about Grace? And that kind of came full circle. Yeah, so Fisk accepts a deal, and Karen and for a moment Matt have to think about what normal life is going to be like. And they each want to take kind of shot at it, but don't know how to do it. But then, Indian restaurant where we kind of began this episode, Pete. And I love you to Karen. Definitely an emotional moment there. And of course, at the end, Jessica gets a surprise. Daddy's home. I love that. Did you enjoy the way the finale ended? Were you okay with everything from even like I said, even maybe Bullseye with now Thunderbolts, but yeah, are you okay with the ending, and can you expect what can happen in season 3?
Yeah, like I said, this is one of the better finales that I've seen. And no, there's very few and far between that you get a series that's perfect from episode 1 to the finale. But this one was good. This one was, again, not bored at all watching this. Again, this is what helps is the fact that it's stuff we grew up on. This is Daredevil. We're seeing a live action Daredevil, live action Kingpin, live action Punisher. Yeah, so we're gonna enjoy this. This is gonna have a little bit of an advantage on some other random series because it's these characters that we've grown up reading in comic books, and now we're seeing them in live action. So, but that gives it a little bit of advantage. But still, nonetheless, it was better than season 1, even regardless of what the critics and fans are saying and the numbers are saying. Asking me personally, yes, I enjoyed season 2 without a doubt.
Season 2 rocked. Season 3 is going to be crazy, knowing that the guys from the AVTF are in jail with Matt the whole time as well. So that's going to be interesting. I swear that Fisk's Island is probably going to end up being Genosha. I'm just putting it out there if that's going to be a thing. But we close the cell on Matt Murdock, and we'll close the cell on this season. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you on the next one.
The worst episode ever.